Now, the real reason we just have non-stop reboots, reimaginings, remasters, sequels that nobody wants is just due to a few simple things. Is because they're cheap and easy to make, and they're also incredibly low risk for the companies themselves. Okay, you've got the big AAA publishers, developers out there. We're talking EA, Valve, Konami, Capcom, Ubisoft, whoever, doesn't matter. Let's take the large ones, DICE. Now, these companies are all legacy companies. They're all old companies. A lot of the people who work there, the people in charge, the managers, the executives, they're all kind of old. They're all boomers, senior devs, senior artists, and they're all pulling in big money. We're talking $250,000 US per year, probably even more than that. Now, of course, working at these companies, you have to actually do something to justify you working there and getting paid. Even if all you do when you come into the office is just stare at the water cooler or refill the photocopier, you still have to tell your managers that you're doing something. And of course, being a game developer, game publisher, you have to make games. And of course, you don't really want to make any new friends. The outside world scares you. Hiring new people is difficult. Starting new projects is difficult. Understanding what people want is difficult. But you know what's simple, easy, and incredibly low risk? Doing what you've done before, but this time in a higher definition. Let's talk about EA. So you're working down there at EA, you're a manager, you're an executive, you've got two options. You can spend $20 million on some rando game title that has a high likelihood to fail. Like, it's not going to sell, it may even be a shit game, the quality of games doesn't matter, it's how many units they sell. Or do you want to spend $5 million and just do a remake of an older title, or push out some bullshit sequel that you know will definitely sell, people will definitely buy it, and it's a sure thing to make money? And what do you think the companies do? Go for the $20 million high risk, high reward scenario, or the safe and easy, we've already got billions of dollars in the bank, we don't really care all that much, but we need to give our employees something to do, and bang, you get another remake, another reimagining, another reboot, another remaster. It's all just old people, fucking boomers, trying to make as much money as they can, live the easiest and the simplest life that they can. Fuck the players, fuck the community. I just want to get the latest model boat this year to go out on the lake. Plus, I also want the lowest amount of stress possible. And funding new teams, new projects, new ideas is highly stressful. However, getting a bunch of grad developers to change your 1080p game into 1440p is so much easier and so much less stress and so much cheaper. Or better yet, how about just more content? Just an absolute boatload of content, cosmetics, extra maps, extra skins, extra weapons, extra items, extra events of easily made, low quality content that wasn't good enough to put in the original game, but we're going to shove it out to you later. Season passes, events, and again, all this stuff is just cheap to make, easy to make, low risk to make. EA, Konami, Capcom, Valve, Ubisoft, they already have all the money in the world. They already have monopolies on the gaming industry. No one can compete with these companies. They're not going anywhere, but they still have to do something. You can't just go to the office and fill up the photocopier every day for 8 hours a day. So they get together and they ask themselves, what is the cheapest, easiest game that will actually sell? And how do we move forwards with that? We don't want to hire new people. We don't want to go in different directions. We don't want to try anything new. We don't want to take any risk at all. We've already got all the money. We've already conquered the market. We don't need to make big, impressive moves. But we still have to do something at the office. And we definitely don't want to break a sweat. it. So let's just do a reimagining, a reimaging, a reboot, a remaster. And it doesn't really matter because those suckers will just buy it anyway. Now, making games is expensive, and a lot of the larger companies, the AAA companies, have already gotten to the bottom, have already made the dumbest games possible that still sell really, really well. We're talking games like Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, League of Legends. All of these games are completely dumb, are completely stupid, are completely basic, but they still have absolutely millions of players and make absolutely millions of dollars every single month. And try to make a game that is dumber than Fortnite. Go ahead, I dare you. It cannot be done. You cannot make a game that is more basic than Fortnite. Okay, fuck all that AAA Western developer horse shit. I'm starting my own damn game company and we're gonna make some quality games that people will play. Now, the big problem here is money. Let's use The First Descendant, this hot new game, as a great example. This is a game that probably had unlimited funding and was using the very latest tech, but still sucked really, really hard. Now, this is a great game from a technical perspective. It's got the best tech. It's technically great. But the other creative side, the other deeper side, was absolutely lacking. Because, of course, buying a license to use the latest technology is incredibly easy and simple to do, plus it's affordable. Whereas shipping quality creative people halfway across the world to Guangdong, China is next to impossible. And it also doesn't matter if your player base is simply addicted to the grind and simply addicted to watching small numbers go to big numbers. So even with unlimited funding from rich Chinese billionaires, The First Descendant is the best game that can come out of Asia. But hey, what about Konami and Capcom? Well, they're of course doing the low cost, low risk, low stress plan of just remakes, remasters, reimaginings, and reboots. And of course, due to the complexity of modern current games, you can no longer just be 5 guys chilling around in your apartments putting out something and expecting that to take over the world. Because absolutely everyone has at least a PS5 or an Xbox XYZ, and your games have to be at a certain level of competence, a certain level of quality, a certain level of expertise for people to even give a shit. And 5 dudes in their studio apartments definitely can't compete at that level. And it comes down to the people with talent, the people with the skills, the people that want to push themselves, make quality games. They can't get the money to do it, and the people that do have the money to do it simply don't care enough because they've already got too much money and they just want low stress, low risk, easy day-to-day lives. And we just get another remaster, a reimagining, a reboot.